Hi and welcome to Yoga with Chris. Standing in mountain pose, hands to your hearts, draw up your pelvic floor, navel to spine, push those palms together and then place those hands down by your sides, palms facing each other. Draw up your pelvic floor, make your tummies tiny, and then hands down by your side, lengthen through the back of your necks, lengthen through your spines, and then separate the rib cage from the pelvis. And then slide that right foot forward and then simply lift up those right toes towards that right kneecap. And then lift up those heels. Control that right foot back, move your left foot forward, lift up your toes. And then place your toes on the floor and lift up your heels. Get your heels higher and higher and higher. And then control that left foot back and then arms out to the side. And then once more slide that right foot forward. And then move those toes towards those kneecaps, push out with those heels. And then lift up your right leg a little bit, keep a bend at that right knee. If you want more, then right thigh horizontal. If you want more, then grab hold of this right knee and pull until the pose is at the right intensity for you. The secret to all these balances is to find a little focus point on the floor and stare at that and nothing else. And then control that right thigh down until your right thigh is parallel. And then control that right foot down and land it softly. And then lift up that left leg. Move your left toes towards that left kneecap. And then lift up that left leg a little bit. Or lift up that left leg until your left thigh is horizontal. Left shin horizontal. Find your drishti. And then grab hold of that left knee and pull gently, gently, gently. And then find your focus point. Strong standing leg. Draw up pelvic floor, quiet mind. And then control that left leg down till your left thigh is horizontal. Left thigh at 45 degrees. And then left foot back onto the floor. And then once more, hands to your hearts. And then arms out to the side. And then make a fist with your hands. And then straighten your fingers. Palms facing towards. And then make a fist, then open those palms, and then repeat that 10 times. And then arms back to the center, and then gently, gently ease your palms towards your face. Those palms away from you. And then pull on these fingers. Swap hands. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come down, right arm across your chest. left hand onto that right elbow, pull gently. Turn that right hand to face away from you. And then if you want more, gently look over your right shoulder. And then unravel, left arm forward, left arm across your chest. Place that right hand onto that left elbow. Left palm facing behind you, fingers spread. Turn that left hand, fingers pointing away from you, palms pointing out in front of you. And then turn your head to look over your left shoulder. And then smoothly control those heads back to center, and then hands onto those shoulders, and then tiny, tiny movements with those elbows. And then increase the range of movement with those elbows. And then make those circles so wide that your elbows actually touch each other. And then come back to center, and then once more hands to your hearts. And then we're going to join hands at the back in this little next sequence. So if you really struggle with this sequence and you have inflexible shoulders, then you can always use a band or a towel. Have that band out to the side. And then place that band on the back of your neck, and then sweep this left hand around, grab the base of the band or the towel, and then feed those hands together. Keep that right elbow nice and high. And then if you join, gently put the band onto the floor. And then if you want more, then just slide that left foot back, lift up your left shin till it's horizontal. And then control that left foot down, land it softly. And then repeat the whole sequence on the other side. And then keep this right hand up. If you join, great. If you don't, no problem. Chest proud. And then slide this right foot back. And then lift up your right shin until your right shin is horizontal. Control that right foot down, land it super softly. And then once more, hands to your hearts. And then float your arms up. And then arch those arms over to your left hand side. And then arch your arms over to your right hand side, and then come back to center, and then hands to your hearts, and a moment of stillness. And then let's work on flexibility in this area of the very top of your backs. So shrugging your shoulders forwards, shrugging your shoulders backwards, and then right hand way out to the left. Sweep this left hand underneath, and then make a cross with those hands. And then once you've made that cross, then some of you hold here. Some of you have almost the backs of your hands touching each other, and just a few of you have the actual palms of your hands touching each other. Obviously one hand will be higher than the other. If you still want more, then move your hands forwards, and still want more, move your hands up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. And then unravel from that pose, And then eagle arms on the other side. Left hand way out to the left. Sweep that right hand underneath that left hand. And then ease those palms together. That could be it for you. Or you could join your palms together. If you still want more, then lift up those hands higher and higher and higher. And then move those hands just a few centimeters away from your faces. Eagle arms. And then unravel, come back to center. And then standing up in mountain pose. Slide that right heel up in the air. Option 1. Option 2. Place that right foot halfway up that left shin. Option 3. Peel open this right knee. Option 4, grab hold of this right shin and place this right foot high up on the inside of this left thigh. Option 5, push your palms together. Option 6, open this right knee even more. Option 7, arms vertical. Option 8, hands back of your hands touching each other. And option 9, into eagle arms. Unravel from eagle arms. And then control that right foot down softly and gently. And then, once more a moment of stillness, and then consider which option is right for you. Don't let your ego take over. No pressure to perform. And then, slide this left heel up in the air. Place your left heel on the inside of that right ankle. Place your left foot on the inside of that right leg. Option 3, peel open this left knee. Option 4, grab hold of this lower left shin. Place your lower leg on the inside of the right leg. Option 5, keep hold of that left shin. Option 6, let go of that left shin, both hands to heart. Option 7, arms vertical. Option 8, backs of the hands together. And option 9, eagle arms, but the other way. Unravel from that pose, hands to heart, left foot back to center, control that left foot down and land it super softly, and then into warrior 2, right side. Right knee over that right ankle, spine vertical, arms horizontal, turn to look over your right hand. The wider your stance, the more intense the pose. So, have the feeling of lengthening through the arms. Have your hands as far away from each other as you can possibly get them. And if you want more, ease that left foot down the mat and then have your right thigh absolutely horizontal. Warrior 2. And then hands to those hips. Control that right foot in. Turn that right foot 10 degrees forwards. Turn out your left foot to point straight away from you. Check that your spine is vertical. Check that your arms are both horizontal. Lengthen through your spines and then bend that left knee so your left knee is over that left ankle. Arms horizontal, then turn your head. So this is why I love yoga. It's so time efficient. Both shoulders being strengthened, your neck having a lovely stretch. Draw up your pelvic floor, navel to spine, left thigh working hard, inside of the right leg being stretched. Turn in that left foot, turn out your right foot, left hand onto that left hip, and then raise up this right arm, super gentle. Left hand down that straight left leg. And then inhale, interlock your fingers together, chest proud, bow forwards gently, bow forwards deep and intense, bow forwards so much that that right shoulder makes contact with that right knee and arms vertical. So warrior, reverse, straight into humble warrior. Slowly, slowly come up from humble warrior. Turn in this right foot, turn out your left foot. Left knee over that left ankle. Wider your stance, the harder you work. Up with that left arm, right hand down that straight right leg. Gaze point in the middle of that left hand, or a point on the floor by your right foot, your choice. Right hand going down this straight right leg to your edge, left arm going over the top to your edge. And then once more, straight from reverse warrior into humble warrior, left side, left shoulder towards that left knee, raise up those arms, deep and intense. And then control those hands back down, come back to center. And then once more, hands to your heart, turn out that right foot, right elbow just below this right knee, right palm facing up in the air, left hand onto left hip. Option 1, stay there. Option 2, left arm vertical. Option 3, left arm over the top. Extend this left arm. Option 4, only for a few of you, very advanced pose. Place this right hand on the floor by this right foot. Left hand back onto this left hip. Left hand back onto this right hip. And then feed this right hand under, drop into your bind, open out the left shoulder. Control this right hand back down, push yourselves back up, and then turn into the other side. Left elbow just below this left knee, left palm facing up in the air, right hand onto right hip. Some of you, just stay there. It's a great pose. Some of you, right arm vertical. A few of you, right arm outstretched, whole of the right side of the body in one straight line. And then just a few of us, left hand on the floor, use blocks if you need to. Right hand onto right hip, and then feed this left hand underneath, peel open this right shoulder and drop into your bind on the other side. Left thigh being challenged, tough pose. Super, super slowly drift out of that pose, and then keeping these legs bolt straight, arms up. Legs bolt straight, arms bolt straight, and then move your right hand away from you, move your right hand away from you, and then place your right hand on your right knee, left hand onto left hip. Some of you, stay there, option 1. Some of you, slide this right hand down the straight right leg. A few of you, lift up this right arm. If you're really struggling with this pose, then you can always put a table to help you. If you still want more and I can't demonstrate this, my back's not strong enough, place your right hand on the very lower part of your right shin, or even your right hand by your right ankle, and then lift up this left arm to parallel. Still want more? Make a fist with that right hand. Move that right hand down onto the floor until it's literally a centimetre off the floor, and then hover this right hand in mid-air to make the pose even tougher. And then slowly, slowly, slowly unravel, and then repeat on the other side. So triangle pose, both legs bolt straight. Arms up. Move that left hand away from you, and then left hand onto that left knee. Some of you, stay there. Some of you, right arm horizontal. Some of you, right arm vertical. A few few of you, right arm over the top, and then slide this left hand down the straight left leg, peeling open this right shoulder until the pose is perfect for you. And then slowly, slowly, slowly unravel from that pose, and then lying on your backs with a resistance band or a yoga belt or a towel, or just go straight into double leg lift if that's appropriate for you. If you're regular to practice and you know what you're doing, you're not going to hurt yourselves, then drop into shoulder stand, or rock back, imprint the lower third of your backs into the mat, and then lift up your legs. Head and shoulders in the air, move those toes towards those kneecaps, push out with those heels, toes coming towards those kneecaps, pull on those bands, imprint the lower third of your backs into the mats. And then slowly, slowly, slowly ease off the pressure with that band. Bend at your knees. And then gently place the band to one side. And then lying on the floor, both legs bolt straight. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, heels over the top of those hips. Option 3, lift up your chin 1 centimetre. Option 4, lift up both arms 1 centimetre. Option 5, lift up your arms even higher. Option 6, touch your heels. Option 7, grab hold of your ankles. Option 8, lift up your chins. Option 9, pull on those feet, knees coming up off the floor. And option 11, I can't demonstrate, pull on those feet until your heels are as close to the backs of your heads as you possibly can. Slowly, slowly, slowly down into locust or toboggan. Chins on the floor, hands on the floor, and then lift up your arms a little bit, lift up your arms a lot, lift up your chins, and go to your edge. If you want more, have your arms out in front of you and drop up into high Superman pose. And then slowly, slowly, slowly drift out of that pose. And then inhale, cat and cow, arch those backs, chin towards those chests. Draw up your pelvic floor, navel to spine. And then lengthen the underside of the chin, allow your belly button to come towards the floor. And lengthen the underside of the chin. And then lift up both feet as high as they will go. And then paddle your feet forwards and backwards. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come down, drop into Sphinx pose. And then stay here in Sphinx, or drop yourselves up into low plank. If you still want more, drop yourselves up into high plank. You can always lift up an alternate leg to make plank even more challenging. And then drift back onto both knees and into yogi squat. Place your hands out in front of you. Lean 60, 70, 80% of your weight onto your hands. Lift up your right foot for 1 second, put it back down. Lift up your left foot for 1 second, put it back down. And do little bunny hops up. And then just for a few of you, lean forward 90% of your weight onto your hands, and then lift up both feet into crow. Control both feet back down. Drop onto those knees, and then back into Sphinx and just relax. high plank or stopping sphinx, and then keeping those elbows close to those rib cages. Hover your whole body down a few inches off the floor. If this is too much for you, drop into sphinx, drop into cobra. Drop those knees back down. And then once more, hands to your hearts. And then control those hands together. And then arms out to the side. Float your hands up. And then hands through the center line. Nice smooth breath in, smooth breath out. And then lying on your backs in Shavasana. So, arms out to the side. Palms facing up in the air. Quieten your minds. And then really quieten those minds. Imagine your mind is a calm, still lake. And the idea is just to keep the surface of that lake completely calm. If your mind drifts into the past or your mind drifts towards the future, that's disturbing the surface of the lake. So, quieten your mind. Keep your rib cage still. Keep the very upper part of your chest still. And then just observe your breath. Quieten your minds. And just be aware of your breathing, nothing more. Be aware of how your right foot is angled to the right and your left foot is angled to the left. Backs of your heels on the floor, nice and heavy. Hips nice and heavy on the floor. Shoulders heavy on the floor. Backs of your heads. Backs of your hands. Palms facing up in the air. And then, in your own time, just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and then get yourselves up into any seated position that is comfortable for you. Could be a nice, gentle, easy cross. Hands onto those knees, make yourself super tall. And then bring your hands very gently toward your hearts. So this has been Yoga with Chris. I teach yoga in Birmingham, and hopefully come August, September time, we'll all be back doing live classes. I look forward to see your practice. Namaste and thank you.